7 of Digital Marketing 3. And we are going to be applying the decisions 5 and 6 that we learned on Tuesday. But before we do that, I just want us to have a bit of a catch up. And I see already there's Zem. Hello, Zem.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, and you, sir?
I'm good. Already you are running late. You are late.
Yo, sorry, sir. I wasn't being attentive this morning.
Okay. Did you receive my feedback?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you've got such a poor engagement. You didn't respond back to me. Yet you are learning.
No, sir. It's a public. No, sir. It was a public holiday yesterday, so I didn't want to send you a message. That's good etiquette.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. In this era, however, nowadays, you know what? Some of us don't have weekends. We do not have public holidays. We work on the go. But I do understand that you are so considerate that it's a public holiday. You disturb me, but I was working. But it's fine. We are going to be applying what we discussed on Tuesday, if you guys remember. And please don't forget that these lecture notes are available on Core Campus. And I think it's accessible to everyone. There are also recordings that are available under announcements. Simpiwe, are you able to listen to the recordings, to the Sandton recordings on Core Campus? I don't know if you can hear me. Anyway, I believe that Sandton students, Zem and Matapelo, under announcements, you can see every week that there are recordings that are placed there, right? And I also showed you that you can directly go to my YouTube account. You know, it's not a YouTube for content like getting money. I just post stuff there so that you guys can be able to have content. So I'm not doing it for commercial purposes or anything else other than academics. So these links for this week, they're also going to be posted after Friday. So I'm waiting for tomorrow's class. Once you've got a class tomorrow, after that class, I'm going to download all the recordings and upload them there. So I'm sure you guys can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Can someone give us just a brief of what we discussed on Tuesday by looking at those pointers that are there? What is it that we discussed on Tuesday? And both of you were in class on Tuesday, Zem and Matape. Hello, Lindiwe. How are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm good. Are you from Durban as well?
No.
Oh, you are with us. Okay. So I'm sure it's first time you are with us. It's nice to meet you, and hopefully we are going to meet in class next week, right?
You will, sir. I've just been having personal problems, but I will be attending.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful, and I hope all is good, you know, with regards to the problems that have been had.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Zem, do you mind to share to Lindiwe and Simpiwe with regards to what we discussed on Tuesday?
Sir, Matapelo can answer that question.
She's not in here, that's why I asked you.
So can you just give a brief recap?
Okay, all right. So on Tuesday, we looked at decision 4 and decision 5. So decision 4, it was about positioning and differential advantage. Then decision 5, as you can see on the screen, it was about customer engagement and social media strategy. So those are the decisions that we discussed on Tuesday. Under decision 4, which is positioning and differential advantage, we had quite an engagement, and I even asked you guys whether you position yourself differently to set yourself apart from others, be it in the family or in the community. Like, do you have your own style? Do you have your own swag, and so forth? Then I discussed how having a better position in the market helps brands have a competitive advantage. You cannot just be different in terms of the logo that you have, like the Coca-Cola logo, but the way Coca-Cola does things differently from other competitors. You can easily differentiate Coke from Pepsi. So those are things that we discussed under engagement, under positioning and differential advantage on Tuesday. And this must be considered whenever you are formulating a strategy, because you also want that strategy to be distinctive, to be aligned with the style that your brand stands for. We have seen that with Nando's. Nando's in all its marketing activities, you can see they are always consistent. They've got that uniqueness that they have that cannot be compared, with other brands like KFC, McDonald's, Spare, and so on. So you can actually see it can be different marketing campaigns, but the themes they're always almost like sort of similar. The language that they use, the memes or the tone, the atmosphere in that marketing campaign, you can see that they position themselves better. They are more memorable in their marketing campaigns than their competitors. So that was decision 4. Then decision 5, we spoke about customer engagement, how you need to be alive as a brand across all your platforms. We even discussed where Matapel said that she got a very bad experience with Mr. Price, if I remember, and I asked if she could then go back to Mr. Price if need be. And she said if it's online, she can't, unless if she goes to a physical store. So therefore, customer engagement really contributes to customer acquisition and customer retention. So the way brands interact with the audience or across all platforms, be it via email, be it via telephone, on social media pages, the way they engage with the audiences or the customer determines whether the customers are going to transact with them or not. Now, I even asked you guys, like, for how long do you respond on your personal platforms like email, WhatsApp? If someone texts you right now and says hi, how long is it going to take for you to respond back and say hi? Because some brands also do that. You give them a query today, they respond after 5 days and so forth. So it becomes very tricky, and that has got a huge impact on their customer acquisition and customer retention. Also discussed social media strategy, and we discussed that you do not just post on social media platforms for the sake of it. You need to think about the content that you are posting. You need to think about the timing as well. For example, if you post at 1 a.m., feeds, be it feeds on Facebook, feeds on Instagram, feeds on TikTok, they also get diluted, because those feeds get updated, timely. I don't know if it's every second or every minute, but if you post something like earlier today, it means that someone who's going to log in on their platforms at 5 p.m., they are going to come across content that is fresh. So you must also need to think about the timing when engaging with the audience or online. So this is not only for brands, also for individuals, especially if you're an influencer or if you are commercializing your digital assets, like if you've got huge followership on Instagram or huge followership on YouTube, on TikTok, we need to have a proper social media strategy. How you engage with your audiences, the kind of the content that you create, the consistency in that content, the consistency in uploading, as well as the timing when uploading. I think I summarized everything that we discussed on Tuesday. Is there anything else that Matapelo and Zem wants to add on that I might have, unintentionally omitted?
On my side, no, sir. You said everything we did, sir. Like it was everything.
Okay, Zem,
Yes, sir.
did I address everything that we discussed?
Yes, sir, you did.
Perfect. Primonia. How are you doing, Primonia? It's been a while. Welcome back. I hope you can hear me.
You should say thank you, Matapela, for bringing back Premiumia. Because I literally went out of the class and called them all, like called them, like personal called them. Yeah,
And you
I called her.
need 5 extra marks.
I called her. I called Kamu. I called Humphrey. I called Pompo is very sick, like extra sick. Her voice is even down.
Yeah, but the problem is that she didn't even let me know. Oh, these students. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Matapelo. It's greatly appreciated. So today we are going to do a revision on customer engagement and social media strategy, though I've already done a revision in my recap. And then we're also going to do a case study. So we need to apply everything that we looked at on decision 4, which is positioning, and decision 5, which is customer engagement. So you need to engage, guys, because this is an application. So we are going to be discussing, assisting each other on how we can apply decision 4 and decision 5 in our strategy formulation to a given scenario. Okay, thank you, Primonia. I can see you're not saying that your mic is giving you problems. As long as you can hear me fluently, then that's perfect. So these are the terms that we are going to be discussing as this lesson progresses. Customer engagement strategy, social media strategy, social media optimization, and multimedia prioritization. Simpure, can you hear me? Okay, I asked earlier, I don't know if you heard me. Do you have access to Core Campus? And under announcements, can you be able to access the recorded links for Sandton? Because I don't know how Core Campus appears or looks like on the Durban side.
Yes, I can access it, sir.
Okay, perfect. That's wonderful. So these notes for this lesson are also going to be available there after 11 tomorrow. So as we discussed in class or last week, discussing Shoprite, we all agreed that Shoprite does not have an e-commerce site. Like you cannot order anything online from Shoprite. So, as part of ShopRite deciding to offer online shopping and deliveries for its digital customers, come up with ways in which ShopRite can effectively engage with its online customers. Excuse me, guys. So now we are discussing customer engagement, which is decision 5. How can ShopRite engage with its digital customers? So first of all, who are ShopRite customers? Let's hear your take, guys.
ShopRite customers, in my opinion, would be mostly like the general public because of their products. Their products are like groceries or house related things that every man needs or every woman needs or every child needs. So I'd say like a family items, so the general public, I'd say.
Okay, I think you put it pretty good. Well, like the way you put it, that is general public. So you actually differentiated ShopRite from Woolies, because Woolies, to some extent, we can argue that, you know, it is not for general public, like someone from Soweto or in Alex, Woolies is always in sort of like favorable suburbs and so on, compared to ShopRite, which is mostly in locations where affordability and it's also a bit low. That's why they call themselves like you save or lower prices you can get. So it's the general public. Anyone, even someone who is unemployed, can get stuff from ShopRite, right? Like ShopRite is not in affluent areas. Do you agree, guys, or you disagree?
We agree, sir.
Mm. So that's a typical customer for ShopRite. But since we are discussing that ShopRite is not always in affluent areas, do you think its customers are always online? The so-called general public that Simply mentioned.
No, sir.
No, why?
Because so as Simpiwe said that it's a general thing. But so most of the time they usually do as I told you in class the promotion, those 3 combo promotion. They just don't do it at a random day. They look for a specific day, which is maybe a grant, old people grant, children's grant, and then they'll start advertising that you will get big flour, sugar, rice, or even tea bags at this price. You see, it means that they know their target market, and their target market, they never online unless their grandchildren will be online. Like for
Okay.
example, my grandmother doesn't even know how to use her phone. Imagine a smartphone.
Mm. But you update her with Umkosi, with what is happening online, right?
Yes, I update her, but it's never.
Like you sort of gossip with her, like, oh, on TikTok, this is what is happening, Coco. There's this lady, all of a sudden she feels like she's also online. Don't you
But
do
she's
that?
never updated like frequently.
Okay, all right. I hear you. So do you mean that ShopRite customers are completely offline? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Most of them, yes, most of them.
No, I
Sir,
don't think all their customers are offline. I mean, what about us students?
Mm.
Like, if you're a student and you have to buy groceries,
Mm-hmm.
you'd go to
Simpiwe?
ShopRite. Does that mean we are offline? No.
No,
No,
you come back to Zem. Simply wanted to say something.
so I agree with her. Like I
With
think a
her, who?
majority.
Zem or
Oh,
Matape?
Zim Zim. I agree with her. So you see, I don't know names, so now
Her name is Zem.
oh, okay, okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think the general public, most of them are online, whether it be TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. In particular, Facebook has the largest amount of followers in South Africa. It's like the biggest platform in South Africa. It's been on the longest too. So I would honestly say a majority of the citizens in our country and customers for ShopRites would have to be online. There are a minority of people who are offline that
Except
use
senior
traditional
citizens, like
media.
what Matapelo is saying. Matapelo is highly emphasizing senior citizens. Am I right, Matapelo?
Yes, sir.
The SASA grant holders. And the truth is, it's not only senior citizens who shop at ShopRite.
Hence I say majority of them, because say I hear what Zimzim say that she can shop, she can shop at ShopRite and she can be online. Nessa.
Yes.
And she can also listen to this. It goes back to what we said the other day, that they can do online thing, but something they can't do delivery, because they can do online stuff whereby I see the online thing on Facebook, as Simply says that I can see it on Facebook. I come back, I tell my old grandma, I'm like, yo, extra bright, I saw it on Facebook, there's a combo of whatever, we need to buy it. That the influencer need to influence her. You get what I'm saying, sir?
Yes.
They
We'll
can
get to
still do
social
that.
media.
Yes, they can still do that. But when it comes to the delivery part and everything, as I said the other day, it cannot happen.
Okay, we'll come to social media strategy because you've mentioned something very crucial. At the moment, let's talk about engagement, because in order to interact with someone on digital platforms, they have to be online first, right? So that's why I'm asking whether ShopRite customers are completely offline or not. And let's talk about Black Twitter. Guys, you know the concept of Black Twitter, right? Maybe now we can call it Black X.
So what's Black Twitter, sir?
Can someone who have come across the concept of Black Twitter explain to Simpio what Black Twitter is?
It's a community of Black people. I don't know if you'd want me to accentuate what I'm trying to say, but
Please
it is
elaborate.
okay. Essentially, it's a community of Black people who share their opinions, or they come together to form some sort of, I don't know, agenda or group. I don't know.
They kind
Oh
of
no,
like
Okay.
crucify.
Can
It's
someone
like
please put it in a dramatic way?
it
Because
Basically, they
Zemzem is putting
crucify.
it
yeah,
in a very academic.
they crucify
Okay,
your
basically,
brain.
they crucify whatever they disagree with. Like, they challenge societal norms. Basically, it's a group of Black people who crucify and challenge societal norms.
It's like where you can be free at that platform. You can be free to say whatever you say. I can tell you that your brand is bad because of 1, 2, 3. I can tell you that people are just buying because you are beautiful. People are just listening to your music because you got a beautiful body as a DJ, but DJing you can't DJ.
Are you having a picture of it, Simpiwe?
yes, sir. Thank you very much, everybody. I understand.
Yeah, so Black Twitter is all about the drama. It's sort of like, I would say, like the drama and things that go viral on Twitter perpetuated by blacks, but there are also many whites who are involved in that. I think the reason why they call it Black Twitter, it has got a sort of like an Africanness, in dramatizing events. You've got that Twitter angle by, is it Advocate Barry Rooks? Do you know it, guys?
Yes, sir.
The way they just dramatize everything, the current affairs, the things that are happening right now, the Malemas, Balega Mbete, and so forth. So the sort of like the verbal wars that you also, and some call it a tour, right? The verbal wars that you come across on Twitter, then they call it Black Twitter. And I believe that the majority of Black Twitter can also be ShopRite users, because most of the Black Twitter communities are from the suburbs, from the acres.
And again, sir, it's kind of like, besides the fact that they can make your brand look bad. They also make us be aware of things. For example, we had from Black Twitter that 3 point something from ANC was just before they said it on the news.
But Black Twitter do not only attack brands, you know, they also attack
That's
individuals.
true,
They can
sir.
even crucify you.
Yes, sir, that's true. You can even post your picture and they start looking at the background, what's happening. They'll even see a shoe that is far away and they'll
Yes,
settle
yes,
it.
yes, yes, yes. So you would realize that this thing of ShopRite having trolleys that do not work properly, it was actually perpetrated by Black Twitter. Would you agree, guys?
I do, but the only part I don't agree with them was them comparing it to Woolworths.
Okay.
What
But
did they
yes,
say on the comparison? Hey,
Okay,
this sounds so funny.
okay. So they were like, "Oh, Woolworths tourists their own work. Shoprite tourists their own work." Well, I don't know. They start saying, I don't know if you know this guy called Dima, like Unama Kiss Kiss. They like the tourists from Shoprite. They walk like Kiss Kiss people, and then the tourists from Woolworths are very good. They walk like they start saying the Woolworths tourists walk like Nomza Mombata. Like they're very good. Like they go to it's a USA thing. Then they start doing it like a public school and a private school thing.
yes, yes. So the comparison would be like, Woolies is that kid who has been at a private school, while his ShopRite is that kid who has been to a poorly maintained public school. So now asking from you guys, have you been to a ShopRite supermarket and pushed a trolley there? And have you also been to Woolies supermarket and pushed a trolley there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Lindy, well,
too many times.
so
Too
many,
many
so many
times.
times. Perfect.
Hey, ShopRite is a problem, and I've noticed, like, okay, the comparison is so true because the trolleys, like, it be jamming, like one of the wheels, it'll have like some wet plastic or something wrapped around it. Now it's jamming, or like it's not on straight. And you
But
can just tell like this is
but
old, or even
Simpiwe,
when you hold it, the handling is like, yeah, it's not
Simpiwe, can I say
presentable.
something?
Yeah.
But I feel like we can't compare Shoprite and Woolworths. They're not even
But they
close to
are
being a
both they are
competition.
both supermarkets, isn't
They are
it?
both
You
supermarket,
can
but
get
they're not in the
groceries
same
from
league. They are both supermarket, but they are not. They're both not. They're not in the same league. It's like saying
what do you
they
mean they
are
are not
both.
in the same league if they are in both in the retail industry?
Let me tell you what I mean. I mean like we a Quantum and a BMW. They are both cars. They take you from point A to point B, but they're not in the same competition level. A clear level for you guys. Do you get it? The
Okay.
engines. There's different engines there. You get what I'm saying? Both of them they take you from point A to point B, but they are not in different. They are not in the same cartography. Even though when you see them, you feel like, oh, it's a car, it's a car. It takes you from point A to point B, but they are not in the same level, guys.
Yes, but remember, they both they are both present in the digital space, right?
Yes, sir.
If you go to Facebook, you are going to find a ShopRite Facebook page there. If you
Yes.
go to Facebook, you are going to find a Woolies Facebook there. So they are both digitally present. So now my question is, based on what you've heard with Black Twitter or whatever narratives that are already on social media platforms, of course, Black Twitter would actually exaggerate stuff. How would you then engage with ShopRite digital customers online based on all these narratives that are there?
Sir, can you repeat your question again?
How would you engage with ShopRite customers online based on these narratives that are already out there? Narrative about trolleys, narrative about the attitude from the two operators, like everything, or maybe cockroaches on the shelf, whatever it is. How can you
Okay, so not
engage?
sure.
Because we're talking about customer engagement strategy here.
Okay, so I'm not sure. Would email marketing count as customer engagement?
Yes, definitely it does count
So I think
because it is interaction.
yes, so I think for ShopRite the best way would be email marketing. Like they can send targeted emails to show okay special offers, like Matapelo mentioned that they do the whole three products special.
Yes, it's called product bundling. Like you get sugar 2 kg, tasty rice 3 kg, tea bags 500 grams at 50 rand. So you are bundling
Yes.
products. Yeah, I think we are going to talk about that in the next semester. Yeah, next semester.
Yes, so I think their best bet would be email marketing.
So social media engagement wouldn't work.
So can I just say ask something to Zama? If her looking at the target market of ShopRite, does she honestly think that people from ShopRite would actually be reading their emails?
You know why I think it would be the best bet? I don't know if ShopRite offers that rewards card thingy.
Yes, they do. It can also work at Checkers.
Yes, and that
Yes,
for
so
that
they do
to
have it.
to 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 register that rewards card thing, you need an email address. So I was just giving an example. I'm not saying
You,
Mm.
you do
so
need.
already they can kind of already utilize the list of emails that they have.
Okay, thank you, Zem. Lindiwe, let's hear your argument there.
No,
And
sir.
after Lindiwe, we then go to Simpiwe.
Okay, so I just wanted to say that I definitely hear her reasoning in terms of putting in your email and all of that. But it's just that I also don't want to mention the fact that I don't want to put in the fact that most of the target market of ShopRite is elderly people. But as much as everybody has the internet and all that, how many of the people actually utilize the internet to actually make use of the rewards? Because of take for instance, Pick and Pay with the smart shopper thing that they have. They
Yes.
have a thing, but it's all dependent on what the reward offers them for them to actually have the rewards card. Just the same way as ShopRite works. ShopRite is just giving you the rewards card so that you can pay less, but not necessarily giving you any details of combos or anything via your emails, because of they know that in most cases not all people at actual ShopRites would actually go on their emails and look at their emails, of which it goes back to Matapelo's thing saying that most of the people that are on ShopRites are senior citizens. Not that all of
I'll
them,
come back
but
to you, Zem.
majority of the people there are senior citizens. So we also need to look at and how we market our product to them. Is email really a viable source to get people to notice them digitally? That's just my question also in terms of what is being discussed.
Okay, so I just want to bring in a discussion on what Zem and Lindy are discussing here with regards to email. Remember, when we're looking at decision 5, I'll just go back to the slide. Can you see the slide where I am at the moment?
No, sir. Nope. I don't see anything. I just see the chats like A, B, M, T, Z, S.
Okay, let me do this. Can you see now, guys?
Yes, I can see on my side.
All right, so you see, we've got multi-channel prioritization there. We've got multi-channel distribution strategy. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's go back to the discussion that Zem has mentioned about emails. So realize that in order to activate a card, be it a Clicks Club card and so forth, a cell phone number and an email address is required. And I do have a Checkers card, so I'll be talking about something that I've got experience with. And I also do have Pick and Pay Smart Shopper, and I do have Clicks Club card. So since when you're registering that card, in order to activate it, to receive promotions, like to have the privileges of being a loyal customer, you you trade in your details in form of your email address and your phone number. So yes, I do receive promotions via email. And also I do receive, especially from Star, I do receive promotions via SMSs, okay? Because those are the details that I gave them when I got those cards. And also, you must realize that all smartphones, in order to have Google Play Store, I'm not talking about iPhone users here, but I'm talking about Android users. In order to have a Play Store on your phone, you must have an email address, right? So meaning even if you are a Gogo or a Mkulu, you need an email address to have a Google account. Am I lying or not?
It's true, sir.
That's true. But now we need to then go back to Lindiwe's engagement there. How many have got access to email addresses, especially if their notifications are off? So customer research is always crucial so that you know whether your engagement is actually effective or not. If we use SMSs, are we going to engage with our target audience? Remember though, SMSs are not two-way communication, because we're talking about customer engagement. It means that they have to be a two-way communication. It has to be an interaction, not that a brand sending out information alone, but customers also being able to send information back to the brand. So emails can work, but we are not sure yet how they can be effective. So we are talking about effectiveness now. Think about someone who is 65 and maybe their last level of education was standard 5. You know, how can they interact with that email, and what language would that email be written in? No, because not all ShopRite senior citizens who understand English. Maybe they would want it to be written in Sepedi, in Sesotho, and so forth. But yes, brands do utilize emails. They also do utilize SMSs. So you just have to have a multi-channel content distribution strategy. Are you answered Lindiwe? Are you answered Zemzem?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
I just want to ask something, right? Since everybody's mentioning that it's old people and stuff, do they feel as though old people know how to navigate social media and other platforms, whereas with an email, like you said, it can be personalized to languages, more images can be used if people don't know how to read, because I think with images at least it's a little bit better, you can see price and stuff. So
Yes.
I don't know, I just wanted to raise that point.
Yeah, that's true. But remember, even if people do not utilize emails, you know, most of them would have notification on. So you can see a notification coming in, and you can see that this is a promo from ShopRite. But that's why they've got grandchildren. You know, there are several times whereby my mother would ask me about things that are happening in her phone. She has got an email address, you know, but I don't think she has ever sent out an email without my assistance. And also, if we talk about senior citizens, what's the percentage? Because I don't think ShopRite is only polluted by senior people. There are many youths who also shop at ShopRite who are playing lotto there, who are doing betting there, isn't it so? Buying airtime and so forth. So what's the
Yes, sir. I
percentage
think
of
maybe
older people who are shopping at ShopRite because they've got SASA facilities there versus the youths who are also shopping at ShopRite? For example, if there's ShopRite in Alex and there's no Pick and Pay, there's no Woolies, wouldn't the youths also go to ShopRite?
They would, sir.
Lindiwe, I interrupted you.
sorry, sir. Can you please repeat what you were saying before? Like, I think I kind of didn't hear it. In terms of you asking about the senior citizens, if the percentage of them, that question that you asked.
Yes, because remember, we can always talk about our geographical segmentation. Not all old people go to ShopRite. We are talking about old people who are in those exact locations. Otherwise, if you go to Woolies, you're also going to find very old people there. So it doesn't necessarily mean that all old people use ShopRite. But according to my understanding, most old people go to ShopRite because ShopRite has got SASA facilities compared to other supermarkets. Isn't it so?
Yes, sir, definitely.
But what about the youths who shop at ShopRite? Because, for example, I know at Penn in Alex, there is a ShopRite, and you will not find a Pick and Pay and Woolies there. So even if you have got a youth like Zem who has got so much pride, she can end up shop at ShopRite because of proximity, instead of going to Sandton at Woolies to buy there.
Mina ngingenaphi sir?
No, it's an example of a typical youth. You know, it's an example of a typical youth who say that I'm tearing a ShopRite, Mina. But if ShopRite is in your location, what do? Do you leave Maponya Mall and go to Sandton City?
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe, really, sir.
Yeah, I know
Maybe
you
there are
guys
people
can
that are
even
brand
travel
loyal.
distances, eh?
So, Pela, there are people that are brand loyal. Like, for instance, my mother. My mother was a huge Woolworths fan, and she was a huge Woolworths fan due to mostly because of vegetables. They were always fresher than any other place that you could. Otherwise, she wouldn't mind going getting all other stuff. That's why I'm saying that. So it also depends. Most people are just brand loyal. That's the problem. If I like Woolworths and I prefer that Woolworths does this, I'll always be buying at Woolworths. Whether ShopRite has sugar and it has it at a lesser price, but because of I prefer Woolworths, I'm gonna go and buy my sugar at Woolworths. People are just brand loyal. It's like
That's
Nike.
very true.
People are just like Nike, and they're gonna prefer buying Nike than an Adidas sneaker. So people are just a lot of people are brand loyal.
That's very true. I do agree with you. It's just that sometimes you are just forced by the circumstances. For example, if you are so loyal at Woolies and you're a senior citizen, now you got your SASA money. Can you be able to transact at Woolies, or you'll be forced to go and transact at ShopRite? What's this thing, guys, about ShopRite having SASA service? Do you withdraw your money at ShopRite only, or what? The SASA grant. Can't you withdraw at Pick and Pay and other retail shops?
Hey, I don't know, sir. I don't know. I don't get it anymore. I used to get it. I used to get it.
Okay, the one that you used to get it, where did you?
Oh no! So at the first time, I had to go to the post office. Second
Post
time,
office.
I
I
went.
see.
I told them, "Hey, send it to my account. I'm not coming back here."
I see. I think with senior citizens, you can actually use a SASA card to swipe at ShopRite. I think it's like that. Then at other shops, I'm not sure if you can swipe like directly instead of just withdrawing money. You can actually buy groceries and swipe using a SASA card at ShopRite. Okay, guys, excuse that.
With the
Yes, Lindy.
SASA card, so with
Pardon?
the SASA card in most shops you can buy there like your grocery, but you can't withdraw money. So at ShopRite you can
Oh,
withdraw the money.
okay.
So that's the
Thank you for
reason
that.
why most people prefer going to ShopRite.
So either ShopRite or post office. Is it
Yep.
so?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I see now. That makes sense. All right. So to answer that question of coming up with ways to effectively engage with online customers, it's a long way, because one, you also need to try to change the narratives about ShopRite and the way it does business, especially when you look at the way they engage with customers offline. you know. That's what you need to deal with first. How do they engage with customers offline before they even start engaging with customers online? Looking at the small things like trolleys, you know, they can have a huge impact on customer retention. Simply say that they jam.
And reputation, sir. And
Yes,
their
and
reputation.
reputation. That's very correct, you know, because someone, even if they are lovely products at ShopRite, they would end up not going to ShopRite and, oh, I'm going to put all these products in that trolley, that jam. So it will be difficult to push that trolley. So they end up going to a competitor. So you need to consider all those elements when engaging with online customers. Remember, online customers, they also do have uh, their own evidence. Nowadays, when people go out, they are armed with cameras. You know, if you come across a trolley that is jamming, you take a picture and then you post it online. You know, that's why there are so many things that are trending online, from you know, the filling station, the garages, to schools, to universities. We are just coming across so much content, you know, that is available on social media platforms because people are armed with cameras on their smartphones. So there's no way uh, brands can sweep things under the carpet saying that we do not have jamming trolleys, for example. Someone will actually take a picture of that trolley and upload it online. And then, of course, your engagement with online customers can be affected by that. So now you need to have a sort of a public relations, a PR, as well as, you know, trying to promote the brand as much as possible. Then next, we look at the social media strategy for ShopRite. This one is tricky because Matapelo mentioned something about timing. So if ShopRite has got its own timing that it engages with its customers when it's month end or when it's, you know, public holidays like yesterday, or maybe it's Workers' Day, it means that the way you engage with your customers on social media platforms, you also need to consider that. So you cannot only talk about the product bundling if it's during the month, because people wouldn't have had been paid by that time or not. What do you think, guys, about social media strategy? What kind of content, timing, and engagement can you have for ShopRite?
Um, for me, sir, I would use public holidays. Um, I think about Easter. I would use Easter. I would use even I think yesterday was Freedom Day. I would use just major public
No, it was
holidays.
Workers' Day.
Oh, Workers' Day. And then there's Mother's Day that's coming up very soon. Like I would focus my strategy and my promotion around like these very important public holidays that are coming up, because I'm selling products, you know. For example, for Mother's Day, I could promote chocolates, I could promote sweet things, romantic gifts, and groceries type of things to fit with the theme of Mother's Day. So I would use public holidays.
Okay. All right, let's hear others. We'll come back to that. What about the themes, guys?
Okay, so
Would
we
you
still
use the
think
community themes? What kind of themes would you use? Remember, we cannot talk about social media strategy without talking about content. Would you also consider language?
yes, definitely. So on that, I would definitely consider language because most of our, I think that's what even most shops are actually trying to incorporate, that when you are maybe withdrawing even. I think in most ATMs they even ask you what language you prefer. I think that would be a definite thing, because most of our senior citizens, it's not that they don't pay attention to all of these things. I think most of the thing that gets to them is the language, that most of the time you'll be using all these bombastic words, and then now they have to be asking themselves, what is this? Even in terms of products, maybe some of them don't even know what product names are in English, but if you were to put it in a different language, they'd probably even know what they're getting themselves into.
That's very true. Okay, that's very true. Let's see others. Remember, guys, language is not only about being able to speak English or Zulu or Ndebele or Tonga, Venda, and so on. Also, the language that your audience understands, you know. These daily slangs that you come across. Would you say eta to your grandmother?
No. Certain slang that is used today, our previous generation wouldn't understand it or wouldn't be accepting of it.
Because I understand even when you're speaking Zulu or when you're speaking, Sipedi, there's also a certain language that you can actually see that this person is addressing elders, or this person is addressing teenagers, or this person is addressing the royal, for example, isn't it so?
But so I have seen in some restaurants they would use like language to promote a product for a specific target audience, and usually the target audience would be like the youth, younger people, people who actually like use the language. So if they would change the name of a product, for example, would maybe be like, instead of fries and a fat cook, you know, they just be like, come get your Zulu burgers, you know, something like
Okay,
that.
I
I've
get
seen
you.
it before. I've seen it
Yes,
before,
yes,
like
yes.
even recently, like these brands would rather use the slang that is like used nowadays to represent what they're selling. One, because it's appealing. Two, like as a youth person, when you see that, you kind of take it funny, you know, because they're using our type of lingo, and so it's more attractive.
Yes, I like the way you put it there, lingo. Yes. So it needs to speak to people's minds and their soul, you know, not just comprehending and understanding the language, but it has to resonate with you, because at the end of the day, you want to achieve two things: customer acquisition, which is getting new customers, and customer retention, you know, being able to maintain that those customers will keep coming back, like repeat purchases. Hi, is it Tenel? How do I pronounce your word, your name?
It's Tennille, sir.
Hey, Tenel. Okay, nice to meet you. I understand you from Durban.
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, welcome to this class. And I hope you find all the elements that we are discussing here very useful. So guys, that's how you unpack decision 4 and decision 5. Remember, these are all related to strategy formulation. So this lesson is on strategy formulation. So when you are coming up with a digital marketing strategy, how do you consider the elements of positioning? How do you consider the elements of customer engagement and social media strategy into your main digital strategy? So we spoke about customer engagement. I'm not going to touch on that because this was just application of theory. And we also spoke about social media strategy. As I said, as much as these strategies apply to brands, it can also apply to your personal brand, you know, how you engage with others, be it offline and online. You can also consider these elements, especially if you've got a huge following and you consider commercializing your social media accounts. So social media strategy is essential in digital marketing for its ability to extend brand reach, drive engagement, distribute content, manage reputation. I think Simpure spoke about reputation, and leverage data-driven insights to achieve marketing objectives effectively. By prioritizing customer engagement in digital marketing strategies, brands can enhance brand loyalty, drive customer satisfaction, and ultimately improve business performance. Are there any questions, any comments with regards to this lesson?
No, sir.
No, sir, on my side because the Wi-Fi is just giving me flames. I was going in and out.
It is just behaving like you, flames and all that.
Sir.
Sorry, Matapelo.
Hey,
I'm joking,
alright.
Matapelo. Okay, I just hope you guys are finding these insights that you are discussing are relevant, and you can also be able to apply them in any given scenario, not only marketing related. So now we are going to move to the next lesson, where we'll be unpacking decision 7. So we are going to dig deeper now into multi-channel communication strategy. As I open the slides for lesson 58, I'd like to ask you guys,